All right, well, the warm weather is helping one Santa Barbara business. There are long lines that are now back at Mission Street Ice Cream and Yogurt. The shop placed tape markings where people can line up to make sure that they are physical distancing while they wait. Only limited groups are allowed inside the store, and for now, the shop has eliminated any sampling and ice cream cones you can't get. You got to get everything in a cup. If you'd like to grab a scoop, they are open every night until 9 o'clock. A couple of days ago, it was ice cream for breakfast because it was like 90 degrees outside at 8 a.m. So let's turn it over to meteorologist Jason Stiff. We're cooling down a little bit, right?
We are. It doesn't matter what the temperature is. Ice cream is good anytime. If it's below 0, I'm still good with ice cream. It is just fine with me. Well, we don't have anything that cold right now. It's actually fairly mild. 50s and 60s for everybody. It's 58 degrees and foggy in Santa Barbara. Also a foggy 51 in Lompoc. A little bit clear around Santa Maria. A little bit of mist in the air. 51 degrees. 50 in San Ynez and 53 degrees in San Luis Obispo. We have the areas of fog right now around Gaviota. Visibility down to a mile. 2 miles at the Santa Barbara Airport in Goleta. Down to 3/4 of a mile in Lompoc. And it's also worse around Santa Barbara, parts of coastal Ventura County, but we're going to have some sunshine later on this afternoon. Now, yesterday we had this giant ridge of high pressure right over California, but it's getting shoved to the east, and we have our cha-cha changes, as David Bowie would say. More wind in our forecast as early as tomorrow afternoon, and that wind is going to stay in place for the foreseeable future. After a mixture of clouds and sunshine today, that wind will be here tomorrow, and it's going to be lasting through most of the next 5 to 7 days. Around the rest of the country, though, that ridge is going to give the Intermountain West a lot of warmth the next several days. That's going to push into the Great Plains by Friday, so plenty of warmth for them and no rainy weather. We also are going to have no rainy weather, but we're going to have the windy weather coming. We'll have more low clouds and fog for the coastal areas both this morning and tomorrow morning, but it won't last very long, and that wind is really going to blow everything away as we move to Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening into Friday and Saturday. We'll have a few high clouds here and there, but they are certainly not going to give us any wet weather, and more than likely we won't see any rainy weather until at least the first couple weeks of May are done. Keeping my eye on that, but right now it's looking very dry for us, and in the short term it's looking very windy for just about everyone beginning tomorrow afternoon. So temperatures today certainly cooler than they were yesterday. Mainly 60s right along the coast, 70s with some more 80s further inland. Our warmer inland valleys will still reach the mid to upper 80s, but mainly 60s and 70s for almost everyone else in San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara counties. A high of 72 in Santa Maria, a nice mild day. 70 in Lompoc, lower 80s possible for the San Ynez Valley, for Buellton, as well as Solvang and San Ynez. For the south coast, certainly not as windy or as warm as it has been. We'll have highs mainly between 70 and 75 degrees. Coastal clouds and areas of fog around Ventura County with some more inland sunshine at times. Daytime highs will be in the 70s and 80s, but there's a lot of wind in this 7-day forecast. Look at Santa Barbara. We're going to have a lot of warmth, though. Lots of 70s and 80s right across the board. Each and every day is going to be warmer than average, but windier than average, too, beginning Thursday afternoon. Santa Maria, lower to mid 70s for most days, but up to 77 degrees on a high on Thursday with more sunshine and more wind for us. And for San Luis Obispo, 70s across the board, a little bit above average for us, but that wind is going to be stronger than we want it to be, and that begins on Thursday.